Hello again, welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. So this is a little bit new one, this one. Just one I haven't covered on my channel before. I don't actually normally do the commentary for this particular championship. This is our Wednesday night Porsche 911 GT3 RS Cup. This is round 9 and this is League 2. Now, just covering for one of our commentators is actually on holiday at the minute, so as I say, a little bit of a one-off. I mean, might end up doing a couple of rounds whilst he's away, possibly, but certainly this is at the moment just a one-off round that I'm covering for him. So it's all going to be a little bit slightly new to me. Obviously, some of the names are going to be familiar with a lot of you and with myself, but you know, it's 3 15-minute races, and we're in Brazil, Interlagos circuit. So I think best thing to do is just crack on with this race 1 and get on with it. So guys have obviously done, this is all one make by the way, so it's all in the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. So they've done their qualification and they're set up on the grid, and this is how they line up. So in pole position we've got Brian Monclani. In second, Declan. Third, Hodgie. Fourth, we got Kian. Fifth, we got Stealth. Sixth is the Big Mac. Seventh is Firepower. Eighth is Slowpoke. And in ninth, we got Nath. So just the 9 cars here on this particular championship round. So without further ado, let's get this underway. And yeah, let's enjoy. It's going to be a new one for me as well. So let's do this. Watch those lights. Really long holds just recently on all of these championships, doesn't it? This is our Wednesday night one, but on the Sundays as well, as we see Brian going up into turn 1. Kian's actually had a good start, got himself into second spot along with Declan in third. Hodgie's fourth. A little battle then between Stealth and the Big Mac going round to turn 2. Who's going out wide there? Is that Declan? No, don't know who that was. Is that? Not sure who that was. Slowpoke's there, so there's a lot of glitching going on actually. Could well be just a glitching that's effect here, not too sure. There's a lot of jumping around. It's not the best to race one. Hopefully it will settle down for the next couple of races. But it's Brian who's still leading them up to this next right-hander. Then we've got Kia, and then we've got Declan. Hodgie fourth, followed closely by Stealth. Fifth, Big Mac there in 6th spot. Little battle going on here between Nath, Firepower, Slowpoke, 8th and 9th spot. A bit of a handful of these cars actually. I've tried these cars, and they're okay. Just take in a straight line and you'll be fine. I do. A lot of cars are like that, in all honesty. So we've seen Nathan just going a little bit wide. And again, just taking that grass. Easily done there though at the final turn. Up the hill now towards the start or finish line. Brian's still leading it and he's pulling away quite a nice little lead now. He's Brian. He's on those soft tyres. Got Kian under pressure from Declan. Kian on the soft along with Declan on the soft as well. So all these 3 drivers on the soft tyres. Declan didn't get that done, so remains in third behind Kian. We've got Hodgie also on the soft tyres. There he is. Stealth going with him in the soft tyres as well. That purple machine. A little bit of a promo for his film that he starred in, I see on the back of the car there. Red Con. Not very, can't really see it that well, but on the back of his is our resident actor. One part. Declan has made that move, and Kian's gone backwards actually. So what happened to Kian? Let's see if we can catch that incident. He was in second, weren't he? He's fourth there, that's third. Right, so he's second at this point. So does he run it wide here maybe? Yeah, looks like it. Just going out of shape, easily done, and his car's going to lose that second to Declan, and then he obviously gets done as well by Hodgie just at this point now. Hodgie up the inside. So yeah, Kian back to fourth then. So it's Brian still leading it. Declan up to second now. Hodgie third. Kian fourth. Stealth there in fifth. So can he take Kian as well? There it is. Redcon 1 on the back. Very good Stealth, like it. On board with Stealth, shall we? See what the inside of this car's like. I don't know. Up through this twisty section now. Be careful around here. Just a little lift at this point now. Power down. Up the gearbox now down to this final left hander up the top of the hill. Then I say final turn. There's a couple of sort of kinks now between now and the. I suppose this is the final turn, really, isn't it? And straight away along. Cut a little bit of that corner there where the green is. That won't affect you. Or anything like that. So Brian then 1:33.6 sets that time. Kian out of shape, again easily done, as I say, in these cars. Stealth just can't quite keep with him at the moment. Slowpoke, on the other hand, has gone up behind Stealth now into sixth, so he's made up a few spots. Where did that take place? There's one of them, I think. Yeah, just along the start and finish. Took Nathan since it's 7 at this point. Obviously, just pulled out of the slip, got himself up the inside. Did Slowpoke up into turn 1. Little drag race, but he's on the insides on that racing line and gets the job done just about. Nathan has to back off a little bit, back into 7th, so Slowpoke down to 6th place, Firepower 8th. But Big Max dropped all the way back down to 9th, so he's had a moment somewhere, hasn't he? If I'm going to catch it, it was a long way back, so he's obviously had an off somewhere, an off track, so of course that's such a big gap behind him now, so a bit unfortunate for the Big Mac. Brian still leading it, Declan second, Hodgie third, Stealth fourth now. Kian has gone back to fifth, he's struggling now, 2-second penalty as well. See if we can catch that Stealth move. It's going to be here somewhere. Did Kian run off wide again? He did. There he is, just out of shot to the left. There he is, just coming back on. That's going to get him that 2-second penalty, I think. Track limits going to come up any minute now. There it is, and that's got a little help. He's really trying to get the dirt off his tyres, but he's struggling to keep that car on the circuit. It's Kian, and that 2 seconds not going to help him. He's going to get done by Slowpoke. Maybe the other cars behind him, Nathan and Firepower, with that 2-second penalty. So we'll see what happens after he takes that off. Penalty's in a really bad spot actually in this circuit. It's right up on the hill to it now, but you're losing momentum going up that hill anyway, and then it gives you a penalty that you've got to, that slows you down as well. So you know the momentum's gone as it is. He's right on the hill at this point right now, so now you've got to try and get it going. So does he get done by Slowpoke? It's quite a way back actually, so no, he doesn't. Slowpoke's obviously gonna gain a little bit on him, isn't he? A bit of time on him, but it's further away than what I thought actually, Slowpoke, but he's getting away from Firepower and Nath. Firepower's got past Nathan, so he's made that move up into 7th spot as Firepower. Nath's back to 8th, Big Mac 9th. There's Nath, he's had a moment somewhere, hasn't he, obviously. So Brian still knocking out them fastest laps of 1:33.2 and still leading this race. Third of the way through this first race here at Interlagos. Looks like he's got this Porsche under control. What happens when I start saying about that and praising people? We'll hope it doesn't happen, but normally it does mean the commentator's curse comes into play, but hope for Brian's sake it doesn't. He's leading, got a nice lead actually over Declan in second. Declan is looking good here. So you know Declan from, well, there you go, commentator's curse. To say he's looking good, he goes and loses control. That's allowed Hodges to go through, although he's got half a second penalty. Just go back and have a look at that little moment. It wasn't too much in all honesty, just got it a little bit squiggly, probably on the brakes. Yeah, just there. Yeah, back in, wanted to come round, didn't it? Hodgie said thank you. I'll have a little push as well at the same time, but he's up to second is Hodgie, but now he could lose that second spot again. So we'll see Brian going through shot and to this timing of this penalty area now. Nathan's gone by, Declan's gone by, sorry. I think Stealth might possibly get Hodgie as well. So he's going to have the momentum coming up that hill. He's going to get right behind him. He could get him at turn 1 here. Stealth. What's he like on the brakes? Is Hodgie going to hold him off? He's going to defend, or is he going to get it done, this Stealth? Hodgie takes a bit of grass, and that's not the way to go, is it, Hodgie? And where's he gone? Bad camera work here, isn't it? Cameraman's it's a bit more practicing, I think. And half a second penalty again for Hodgie. Unfortunate, really. Let's have a look at that little moment from Hodgie. It's still a little bit unfortunate. There's the back of it. So he just got himself, again, I think he's on the brakes on his car. He just too much took that inside curb, and that knocked him across. Lucky not to take Stealth out, actually, and he didn't T-bone him, but did allow Stealth to go through at this point here. And he gets half a second penalty for his troubles as well. I'll say Stealth is through. He is just about Stealth. He's going to fight back on the outside, but it's going to be tricky to get around the outside there and get the place back. Yeah, so he's going to have to sit behind Stealth. So Stealth up the third. Good from Stealth. It's like he's taming this GT3 Porsche. A big gap after Hodgie back to Kian. He's not had the best race one, as he's struggling. He's all over the shop in that car. Not got too much pressure around him from behind or in front, really, but so I've become a little bit isolated. Still quite a long way to go in this race, halfway through now. We've got Slowpoke still in 6th spot again, just becoming a little bit isolated himself now. He's going to try his best to try and catch up with Kian if he can, obviously. And the hill now. For Slowpoke. It's a great standing car. And this car, of course, has got DRS as well, so you have got that option to use it, although I don't know whether it's turned on this championship or not. Oh, yes, it is, because Car Power's using it, so yes, DRS can be activated in certain areas of the track. So 7th for Firepower, Big Mac 8th, so he's got a spot on Nathan. Nathan's going backwards, isn't he, Nathan? So another one who's struggling by the looks of it. Glowing brake discs there. Front of the car as he comes through. Got Brian still with another fastest lap, 1:32.7 now for Brian. Nathan on the grass. Just a little bit of glitching going on in his car. Our leader going away with the at the front here. Looks in control, doesn't he, Brian? Let's see if he gets another fastest lap here. If he beats his fastest lap, I should say. I haven't seen any of his sectors, so I'm not sure where he is with that. No, he didn't. So still 1:32.7. Declan. That's the gap. So Brian's coming through turns 2 and 3 now. Declan at turn 1. So that's your gap. Stealth up to 3rd, as we know. Still closely shadowed behind by Hodgie in 4th spot. Kian in 5th. So he handles his left-hander. Easy to run it wide. We've seen him do it a couple of times, but he's it's like he's worked it out now. Up this little rise now, starting to rise up this hill. Little dab of the brakes down the gearbox, gear or 2. Flat all the way through to this next tight right hand, left hand corners. another right and left. So it's a right, left, left, anti-clockwise circuit. Slowpoke, and he's being caught now, isn't he, by Firepower? So Slowpoke might have had a little moment or something, because he was on his own, wasn't he? So either he's had a moment, or Firepower's put that hammer down, use that Firepower to propel himself towards Slowpoke. So race is on here in 6th, 7th and even 8th, because the Big Mac's there, although he's got a second there, so that's might have stopped his progress there. So this little battle between Slowpoke and Firepower is well and truly on. So our two commentators are battling it out here. So it's going to be bragging rights for the commentators on this particular race. Firepower, dude, can you get that 6th off of Slowpoke? It's on the medium. Slowpoke, we know, is on the soft. So maybe the mediums are working slightly better than the softs. It can happen. It's quite early in the morning, so the sun's not up, is it? So the track's not particularly at its highest heating point. It's not the right phrase, but you know what I mean. And right temperature, I suppose, is the right word, isn't it? There you go, simple as that, really. So we'll see what happens as it gets to the middle of the day, and Firepower's right on the back of Slowpoke now as we reach this last couple of minutes or so. I think Big Mac's just out of it now in terms of this battle, but these two, I think it's going to go on, and Firepower looking better through there, so definitely, and mediums seem to be the play of this round. Slowpoke's staying out of the way, and Firepower's gone past, and I think, well, that was easy, wasn't it? I think Slowpoke just said to Firepower, you know, you've got a lot more pace than me. I'll get out your way, mate. You might as well have it. So, bragging rights at the moment to Firepower. Can he pull away? Slowpoke just playing with him. I think Slowpoke generally hasn't got that pace that Firepower's got, even though he is on. No, he is on the medium. Sorry, that's my mistake. I thought Slowpoke was on the soft. So actually, they're both on medium. So clearly, Firepower are feeling them mediums a bit better than what Slowpoke is. The Big Mac has actually caught up, so it'll still be game on for him as well. It's coming into the final minute though, so maybe time might just be against him there. Nath, we know, in 9th, struggled a long way back, is Nath, and picking up another penalty, so forget this race for him. On to race 2 and 3. Let's go back with our leader then, as we hit this final minute of the race now. Took it from the start, off of pole with Brian, left them behind. No one's been close to him throughout this race. Doesn't really need to push now. He's got a lovely gap back there to Declan in 2nd. It's not battle on between Stealth and Hodgie though, I just noticed on the map, and Stealth is still in 3rd, but Hodgie is pushing really hard and piling on that pressure. So maybe Hodgie can get himself on that podium after all, and that will certainly help his cause. Stealth just runs it wide, doesn't he? So he's got the run on him. It's Hodgie, it's up the inside as well. Stealth's going to get half a second, and there it goes, bang, just like that. So Hodgie's got himself on the podium spots. That's how easy it is. It's quite easy to pick up penalties around here as well, to be fair. Slowpoke down to 8th. So what happened to Slowpoke in the end? He didn't finish the race anyway. Nate's going to come in 9th, obviously, but we need to go back to our leader to see him come across the line, because he is coming up to that final corner now. Congratulations to Brian. Flash your lights there for the cameraman. It's going to flash all the way through the line, I reckon. Heard about him and his flashing. Nice, congratulations to Brian. Dominant performance there. Winner of race 1. Brian. Declan's going to come in a good second for him. Flash the lights on you, maybe? No. Odgie didn't get our third off a stealth in the end. There you go, stealth in fourth. Bit unlucky there in the end for stealth, but Odgie clearly had a bit more pace in the end. Kian, he's had a bit of a eventful race. Still came in fifth spot, so not too bad for him. Firepower in sixth. Just using that last little bit of DRS to cross that line. I'm done to Firepower, sixth spot for him. Seventh for Big Mac, so he didn't get Slowpoke in the end. Slowpoke eighth and eighth in ninth. So there's your race one here for the Porsche 911 GT3 RS from Interlagos. So join me again soon for race 2 and 3. And thanks for watching. See you then.